too.
In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Okay, ready? You flip it. You do it. This one. Oh. Whoa. Wait.
Fuck.
It says pregnant.
No way.
Wait. That's what it says.
No way, babe. That says that we're pregnant?
Yeah.
We are pregnant, babe?
I think so.
Wait, we're pregnant, babe?
I don't know.
Wait, so two
Is that
lines.
what it means?
Babe, we're pregnant. We are pregnant.
Wait, are you sure? I'm thinking about one. Oh, yay.
Wow. There's no way.
I don't believe it yet, no. We are pregnant.
Yes, we are so excited. We wanted to just make a little podcast, make this video, and just talk about it. So
Let's get into it. So it's been a journey.
It has been, a journey. 1.3 years journey.
Yes, and so many more negative pregnancy tests than we even had in that video. I mean, we lost.
We had a lot.
Yeah.
We tried. My computer. I think most of the videos are on that computer, and water was on the computer, the MacBook, and then I just can't access the memory anymore. Took it to a professional, wasn't able to access it, so those videos are lost. But we still had a few.
Yeah, I'm glad we had a few, and I just feel like it's interesting when I watch it back because every single time that it was negative, I was the one to flip it over. I was thinking about this because I was like, so excited, and then in the last one, you do it, and I like kind of leaned away from it, and I feel like I could just see like my hesitancy and like just the way it shifted because it was really I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Pregnancy test to be positive.
No, we both were like, oh, let's just do it. Like, we're just so, is it unattached or also just kind of, what would you say, what was the energy that you were in?
I feel like this was end of December, and in December.
December 30th.
Yeah, in December, I mean, we were so distracted by other things. It was the holidays.
Travel.
We went to visit my family, and though, I just had I did have a surrender time with God where I was just like, I am just really, I mean, this would happen often. It's not like this is the only time it happened, but I was just starting to go to church like almost every day. And I just like kept giving it over to God and trusting him. So I do really feel like I was in a different place of surrender in this month than I had been previously. And we literally were just like, I was like, having some symptoms thinking my period was coming. So I said to you, let's just go. But also my period is late. So I was like, let's just go get a test and let's just like get this over with because I don't want to think about it anymore.
Yeah. And also the reason why we weren't because there was a time where your period was late for how many days?
Oh my gosh, 10 days.
So then that was a moment where you saw both of us, where you saw my face when I just looked like devastated because we were sure, we're like 100% it's done. We're pregnant, and then
thinking it for days and days and days, you know, but just waiting, you know, because I was like, let's just wait, let's not take it yet, you know, but I was like celebrating, you know, inside.
That's why I said like I'm confused. I just I don't get it.
Yeah.
So that's why when we went in and you're a few days late, how many days late?
It was 5.
5 days.
So I was like,
late.
we're not gonna wait like last time. Let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
And just know it's negative and move on with our lives.
Yeah. So it was amazing.
It was so fun and exciting, and I loved ending the year that way too.
So good.
It was honestly perfect timing.
Yeah.
And well, I was gonna say, I'm sure I'm sure somebody noticed this. You know, we said we've been trying 1.3 years, but the day before posting about us getting pregnant, we said it was our 1-year wedding anniversary. So I was like, I wonder if anyone's like, wait, the math isn't mathing.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, we started trying before we got married.
Yeah.
Which it was pre-journey with God.
For
and
sure.
so we were just like, what does it matter if we get pregnant when we're married or not? We're getting married. We already decided this, so let's just start. And I feel like there's a good parallel there of like our journey with God and trying to get pregnant. And I feel like when we first started trying to get pregnant, we were living in Bali, and we were like, we're gonna manifest this. We're gonna get it right away.
Yeah, I was doing Dr. Joe Dispenza meditations. I had it on my vision board. I was like, I'm gonna visualize this. It's gonna happen. Just getting to the frequency, and then God said, nope, this is not your timing. This is my timing. You think you can control it all. And and that's when we really started to, 1 year ago, it's March now. March last year is when we really like, all right, let's let's learn more about
Yeah,
God.
about God. And when we got married too.
Yeah.
And I feel like my way to control was like, I'm going to be so healthy. Like I was a psycho.
What did you
I
do?
was a complete, I mean,
You did a lot.
I did a lot. I mean, I did a whole blood test and got all my vitamins checked, which I think was actually a good idea. That one was good. But I just got really into learning about fasting and like eating raw vegan food. And so I fasted for 33 days because I was like, I need to clean out
Forgot
my
about that.
whole body. I need to clean out my colon. I'm going to reset my system. I'm going to do a whole parasite cleanse. And it was an interesting experience. I don't know. But it was like my way to grip. Like if I'm eating these big salads, like my baby's going to be the healthiest and I'm going to get pregnant right away. And, you know, and it was so humbling to just be like, wait, no. And even when we got pregnant in December, I remember, and through the journey with God, I had let go of a lot of my like tightness around food, which was such a relief. And I remember in December, after finding out we were pregnant, I was like, oh my gosh, all this month I've pretty much only eaten like cookies and
I remember that, yeah.
and not Coke, like the healthier version of Coke, but still like Coke and French fries
Poppy, all of it.
Poppy, whatever it's called. And it's just so funny. I feel like God was like, this is not your baby.
For sure. And I don't know if this will like get demonetized or whatever, but when we were having sex, like we were like planning like this time, this day, this is when how do you phrase it?
It needs to be today. I'm ovulating today. And so we got I tracking every day, which it was important, I think, because we figured out some important things about my ovulation.
Yes.
But our energy around it was very like,
control.
we're gonna do this.
It's like a scientific like experiment, you know?
Yeah.
But that was the one time that we were like,
we didn't know.
We didn't know.
I stopped tracking it in the middle of the month because
Yeah.
something weird happened with my app, and I was just like, whatever, it's just Christmas, and I forget it.
So what is the lesson here?
That our life is not in our control, thank
Not up to
God.
us. We are powerless.
Yeah.
It is not up to. It's not our business. When?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not our business.
And God had way better timing.
Yeah.
You know, like looking at our life now, we're settled. We have health insurance. We're in the
Yes.
U.S. We are married.
Yes.
And we had a whole year being married together almost before this happened. And what a gift that was.
And our relationship with God is so solid.
Yeah.
Like just the mentality that we were in compared to now, mentality that we were in before is like it's all us. It's all on us. We need to control. And then it's like, we're not in control. It's up to God. And it doesn't mean that we don't have a play in it. Like, it doesn't mean that, we don't get to take care of our health. It's not like you were just binge eating every single day.
No,
or
it was just because it was
we weren't-
Christmas.
Yeah, it's not like we weren't taking care of ourselves.
Yeah.
But it just means that ultimately we're not God, you know? So that's what I got from that.
Yeah. And I also feel like if I would have just gotten pregnant in our timing, I wouldn't have been as devoted and interested in my journey with God because I would have been so obviously consumed with being pregnant and how exciting it was because there's a lot to think about and it's very exciting and lots of apps to download and stuff. But instead, I was kind of in this like desert place, which the Bible actually talks about, right? Like when God saves the Israelites from Egypt, right? He rescues them out of slavery, if you know the story, and then they're in the desert for 40 years. And God kind of has to, in the desert, they kind of learn how to change their mindset to like not be slaves and to love God and to love each other. And I feel like that was like my desert time, you know? God wasn't giving me what I wanted. He wasn't bringing me to the promised land yet. And I needed to change my mindset and like grow closer to him.
Yeah.
And that was an important time.
Yeah. And we just found out the gender, was it yesterday?
Wednesday. So
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we won't announce it yet.
No,
but
we'll make another video about
yeah,
that.
but we're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited. We were excited about either way. And yeah, so anything else?
Yeah, there's one other thing I want to say. Okay, because I feel like when I think of like my pride going into it, or our pride is safe to say, going into it maybe, of thinking we're in charge. And I think what this journey also taught me is how painful it is to wait and to want to get pregnant and to see how it's not in our control, but there's pieces that are in our control and what's in our control, what's not. And like, it's kind of maddening and confusing to be in that place of, do I need to do more? Do I need to surrender more? You know, and people have all their advice, like, just stop thinking about it. I mean, even us, it's like, it is what ended up happening, but like that advice isn't it's not very helpful when you're like in the midst of like just wanting to get pregnant.
No.
There
Yeah.
was so much advice where I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but no. You know,
Good intentions.
good
just
intentions.
it's now we know, like being on the receiving end, like, why are you giving us that advice for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways, my point is that like if anyone's dealing with that right now, I so
Yeah.
deeply feel for you, and I'm sorry that you're experiencing that, because we can look back now and be like, perfect timing, all great, love it, but that doesn't take away from how hard it was and like how painful it really was for so many of those months and weeks and days of, you know, waiting and being disappointed and trying again. And I feel like it's just such a trial. And I just wanted to say that I just really feel you, and it's hard. And I think, yeah.
Okay.
Well, one other thing, I mean, the only, I think, useful advice is just use that time to grow closer to God. I feel like that's the only thing that really actually helped and soothed my soul and gave me the strength. Like, I remember the Bible verse that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I thought of that one month when we got a negative test, and I was like, I cannot do this again. Like, I can't. And I just thought of, in the days I was sitting with that feeling of like not being able to, like, I thought of that verse, and it did give me strength. It's like, it's not on me to like do this. Like, I can do all things, and God's there with me, and I'm going to be okay. And then we kept trying, and it was okay. So I feel like God is the only thing that's helpful in that trial for me, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And should we also talk about the device?
Yeah.
Great.
Let's do it.
We'll just leave it in. Everything I just said. So, yeah, I also think that a big part of our journey as well is actually. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. So, like we've been talking about, there's parts that are out of our control and parts that are in our control. Like, eating healthy is important, and the other piece that we really learned throughout this journey is understanding my cycle, which I have known about but never been super intimately connected to. And so when we moved to the US, because we couldn't really get this device in Bali, we got this little device. It's called a Nido, and there's other ones, but this one had great reviews, and Matt loves to research Amazon reviews, so he found a really good one for us. And basically it's a device where every day you pee on a stick. I'll give you all the details. And it reads different hormone levels within your body. And so through that process, I got so much more intimately connected to all these terms and hormones and things that need to go up and down. And I got to understand where I was actually ovulating, because what we saw was, you know, there's those apps that just tell you when women generally ovulate. Like, a lot of women have cycle tracking apps, but they're actually often not accurate, because every woman's body's different, and even month to month your ovulation can be different. So we found out that I was ovulating later in the month than most women do, and so for many months we were missing my ovulation window. We were being tight and controlling and not even right. So I think that was really important. And I know I saw so many reviews underneath this device saying, like, I tried for 7 months, I tried for a year, and then I got this device and got pregnant within like 1 to 3 months, was kind of what everyone was saying.
That's
so
what happened with us.
yeah, and
3
it was
months.
3 months.
Yeah.
So even though I stopped tracking it at that point, I kind of understood what my ovulation was. So it wasn't like we were completely disconnected, not knowing anything. We still, like, we tried that month, like, but we weren't as attached, I'd say, like, mindset wise.
Yeah.
And so yeah, if you don't have that thing, or if you're planning to try to get pregnant, I just would 100% recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, and also we don't recommend any products or any other programs. I reached out to them. I'm like, this is something that has really worked, and would love to promote your services, your product. So we'll leave a link down below, and click on it, check it out. Be discerning, like, do your own research, check on Amazon. But it is something that really helped us, and so you can click it, get it through our link. You get a bit of a discount, and yeah, hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we love you guys, and we're very excited to share this news. So thanks for celebrating with us.